In 1903, someone sent the owner of this saloon a disturbing letter.
So what do you think the son did? Of course, he read it. Read that his wife had slept around with some other men. He went upstairs to the residence, came back down with his gun, shot and killed Jane, and then shot and killed her.
Decades after the murders, there was another incident here. A man was arrested for abusing his grandmother inside of the home.
The lock is still on the outside of the door to keep her in the bedroom. This room is where the hidden brothel was.
So she was locked in this room.
She was locked in this room.
From the outside in.
From the outside.
I can't imagine the suffering.
These are the original floors.
Some luminol with us.
Holy sh! I think you guys actually found the blood.
Oh God, there's blood everywhere. There's a lot of negative energy in the house.
God was calling me.
All my hair is on it.
Inside the room. Yeah, that's freaky.
Oh my God. Did you want to follow us over here? Shot.
Oh my God.
Died. Oh!
What the hell? How would that come from the room? Oh, Jesus, Colin. Oh my God, dude.
That scared me.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Why do you yell so loud?
Okay. As you can tell, we're a little on edge, but on tonight's episode of the Paranormal Files, we're here in rural Indiana, way out in the middle of nowhere, at a very notorious location called the Stark Saloon. Now, if you'll walk right over here with me. Right here in the year 1903, a woman was murdered. And unfortunately, she was murdered by her own husband, who then, right after killing her, unalived himself. So, this was a murder. So yes, that murder that occurred here started off an incredibly dark chain of events that carried on until the present day. And let me tell you, we have already heard some incredible things, we've experienced some activity, and we can feel it in our chests. Somebody's here walking around us on the floorboards, and you're gonna see that footage. But as always, I want to warn you guys, this is a place that clearly has negative energy that has stained the floors, the walls, the ceilings of this place. And we don't know if that stuff can come through the screen, but we do want to warn you that if you believe in this stuff and you don't want to be affected, please, bless yourself, protect yourself spiritually, get your energy up before viewing this episode, because this is going to be incredibly dark. We're going to be testing the area where the murder happened for bloodstains with luminol. We're going to be diving into this story, and hopefully, after reaching out into the void, somebody will reach back. Anyways, I'm your host, Colin Brown, and welcome to the Paranormal Files. All right, everybody. So tonight we are in rural Indiana, kind of near the Indiana State Sanitarium, in kind of a paranormal triangle. There are a lot of infamous paranormal locations around where we're at right now. And where are we going?
Stark Saloon?
The Stark Saloon, a place rumored to be incredibly haunted with a very dark past.
Yeah.
This place's past is absolutely filled with murder and blood. It is absolutely mind-blowing, actually, when you sit down and take a look at the history of this place. You guys online are gonna absolutely love this episode, and I've heard from people that I know that this place is very active.
And the owner told us as much, too.
And it's kind of a hidden gem. Like, a lot of people haven't been out here. But there's something about those saloons. Like when we did the Dumas brothel, that place was incredibly creepy. And there it is, guys. Well, it's focusing on the rain instead of the saloon. Yeah, so like I said, multiple murders having happened here and some really, really dark history. Wow, dude, that red and like white/gray.
Wow, look at that. That's a little bigger than the guy thinks.
Yeah, right.
There.
It's pretty big. And it's just, I don't know, it just looks creepy. It's got a creepy look to it,
It's always so weird too, like just a nondescript old building. If you would drive through this little small town, you'd have no idea again about the history of the place, right? And the murders, the other bloodbaths that have happened there.
And just weird, the red trim for like a past that's filled with blood.
Yeah.
I'm incredibly excited. I love doing investigations on buildings that have stories like these.
I'm gonna whip it around.
They're so interesting and just so dark.
Hardly anybody has really been here.
Yeah.
I mean, they really wanted us to come. We did the sanatorium last year, and they really want us to come back to do that.
Yep.
Specifically to give it some exposure because it's such a great location.
Here we are.
History, so.
Get ready to get incredibly dark. Only on tonight's episode of the Paranormal Files. Ooh. All right, guys.
We're gonna pull up.
I'm gonna pause this. Nice.
Maybe it sounds.
Yeah, we'll take- we'll
You
pick
have
it
to pick it up.
Yeah.
Hey, explain what just happened real quick.
Well, I mean, you
saw
saw it.
water on the, I could see like it looked like water. I thought maybe it was leaking, and then I put my light on my phone and turned on. The pizza's laying there, and the cups are spilled over.
Pizza and the pops fell.
Off that
We didn't hear
giant
anything.
chair.
We didn't hear anything.
That's our dinner right there.
Yeah.
I know.
So
Very
let's see if we
unfortunate.
can. Oh shit! That's kind of all the way at the bottom here.
Yeah,
Let's see.
just that one front piece there.
Yeah.
These two pieces were actually grabbed.
Yeah.
Well, that is weird. How does that fall off of that chair?
I put it on there really like this.
And
Like that.
that's weird.
That is really weird. How did no one hear that or even notice it?
Look at this.
Like, I didn't even notice that it was like
Shoot.
that.
I just
Sorry about
happened to
that.
see something looked wet. I thought, well, what is the
Right.
Could it possibly have happened when we weren't here?
Well,
I mean, was it like that when we came in?
I don't know.
You know?
Yeah,
I didn't look over
I didn't
there.
see it.
I don't remember looking that way.
Wow.
Okay. Well, there we go.
My name is Steve Chikeen. I am the business manager and director of operations for the Sanatorium Project, which owns and operates the Indiana State Sanatorium, Billy Creek Village, and Stark Saloon, which is where we're at right now. This was a functional saloon at the turn of the century. The room that we're in right now was the actual saloon. And in 1903, there was a very public incident that happened here. John Stark was the one who owned the saloon, and his wife, Jane, who went by Jenny. They were like 28, I want to say. And they had 5 kids under the age of 6. So Jenny said to John, I'm overwhelmed with these kids. Can my 16-year-old sister move in with us? And he said, sure, if you need help, you need help. So her sister, Sarah Blackadder, moved in to help with the kids. 9 months later, Sarah gave birth to John's child. Jane said, you slept with my sister. I'm out of here. So she left and she went probably 150 miles away, which at the time was far, and lived with an aunt. And so John is stuck here now with 6 kids under the age of 6, a 16-year-old girl that he didn't really particularly want to be with for the long run. So he contacted Jane at her aunt's and said, I'm sorry, please come back. You're my wife and I want to be with you and please come back. And she said, get that trollop out of my house and I'll come back. And he said, well, I can't kick her out. I mean, she just had a baby. So she said, promise me that you're going to get rid of her. And he said, I promise. So she came back. Right around the time she got in town, John's father, who was also named John, got a letter from the aunt. And so he opened it up and he read it and it said, Dear John, your wife has been here for a while and she's been whoring around town and we don't want her here anymore. You need to come and get her. So John Sr. read that letter and he said, well, this is obviously meant for my son. And if I give him this letter, he's going to kill the girl. But I can't commit a crime and interfere with the U.S. mail. So he folded the letter back up, he put it in the envelope. He came here to the saloon, he handed it to his son, and he said, this was accidentally delivered to me, it was actually meant for you. But trust me, son, don't read it. So what do you think the son did? Of course, he read it. Read that his wife had slept around with some other men. He went upstairs to the residence, came back down with his gun, shot and killed Jane, and then shot and killed. I don't know for 100% certain, but I believe that the saloon was open and that there were guests here when this incident happened. So then the whole town was up in arms. All the ladies in town wanted to kill Sarah Blackadder. They wanted to lynch her and string her up. John's father felt a little bit responsible for what happened, so he gave her 40 cents and put her on a stagecoach to Terre Haute, which is the nearest large town. And she took her baby, never to be heard from again, until later in the story. Then the other 5 children were adopted out to other families in the area. And John and Jenny were then buried in a family plot in the same hole. They were buried together. They owned and operated this saloon for probably another few years, and then it closed around 1910. So, I don't know if I mentioned, I think it was 1903 was when this incident happened. So we owned the Indiana State Sanatorium, and the Discovery Channel came out and filmed a show called Destination Fear at our facility. And the people that owned this saloon watched that episode, and they said, man, that's right up the street. We've got this old house that we've been trying to get rid of. Maybe those crazy guys from Illinois will want to buy this house. So they called us and said, hey, we have an old spooky house. Would you be interested in buying it? And we said, well, what do you mean by old spooky house? And they said, well, it was at the turn of the century. It was a saloon, and it had a hidden brothel upstairs. And we're going to walk through, and I'll show you, the layout of the building. And we said, oh, that's kind of interesting, but that's not really our thing. We do like paranormal stuff. And she said, well, there was a very public incident where the owner shot and killed his wife, and then shot and killed. And we said, that's interesting. Can you prove that? And so she emailed us copies of the newspaper articles from 1903 that were all in the papers because of everything that happened. So then we came down and we looked at the property. We brought some of our paranormal investigators with us, and they found quite a bit of activity here, a lot of negative energy. And so that's how we acquired the property. I'm not sure what happened with the property from like 1910 to like the 1950s. I'm not sure what the history of the property was at that point. But right around the 50s, somebody bought it and lived here. And that woman lived here until, I'm gonna say probably the 80s, maybe early 90s. And she was older at that time, and her adult grandson lived here with her. And the next door neighbor kept finding dog feces on the sidewalk. And one day she saw that the lady opened up the bedroom door and she threw dog feces out the window. And she said, hey, like, why are you throwing dog poop out the window? And she said, well, my grandson locks me in the room when he's not home, and I don't want the dog poop in the bedroom, because we've been here all day, and so I do that because it stinks in here. So somebody called the police. I'm assuming it was the next door neighbor. And they came and investigated and arrested the grandson for abuse. And the grandmother then was put into a nursing home. And when we get upstairs, you'll see that the lock is still on the outside of the door to keep her in the bedroom. So then the house went up for sale and somebody bought it. And I think that they wanted to have it as a rental property. The house, I believe, didn't look too much different than it looks today. It was pretty run down. So they never were actually able to rent it. I believe they lived out of town and weren't here to do any of the work to fix it up. So it sat vacant for about 25 years. About 5 years ago, there was a family living here. There was a mom and dad and 2 little kids. Again, this information is from the next door neighbor. They lived here, and someone from the city noticed that they didn't have water service. So the city came over and said, hey, you're living here, but you don't have a water bill. There's no water in the building. And they said, oh, that's okay. We don't really need water. We go to the bathroom at work, and the kids go to the bathroom at school. And they were like, no, you really can't live in a house that doesn't have water. And then they noticed it was getting dark out, and they were like, there's no lights on. And it turns out there was no power in the house either. And they said, well, you can't have a house that doesn't have power and water. You have to have the power and water turned on. And then they admitted, well, okay, we don't really own this house. We just found this empty house and we moved in. So they lived here for over 2 years with no water, no heat, no electricity. There's a small basement to the property, and there's a church down the road that had a help center. So if you needed assistance, you could go there and get clothes and shoes and stuff like that. So the mom would go over there and get a garbage bag full of clothes every couple of weeks for the family because they didn't have a way to wash their clothes. So they wore their clothes for a couple of weeks, and then she'd load them in the garbage bags, and she threw the garbage bags in the basement. So when we bought the property in 2022, one of the first things that we did was we took out all the broken furniture. But when we got to the basement, we found probably 150 bags, garbage bags, full of clothing. Not pizza boxes, not milk cartons, not pop cans. It was mostly clothing. Every once in a while we'd find one with shoes, we'd find them with stuffed animals. And so they lived here for 2 years in somebody else's house and just threw the clothing in the basement. Between the murders in 1903 and then grandma being locked in her bedroom for months in the 90s, and then people living in an abandoned house without water and heat for 2 years. There's a lot of negative energy in the house that a lot of paranormal investigators can pick up on, and they have spirits that they can contact. So
That is a lot of dark history.
yeah.
It's wild.
So we can walk through the property and I'll kind of point out features.
Sure.
There's not a whole lot. I mean, and you'll notice as you see, like the way the walls are and stuff, that's pretty much how it was. This is how it was when we bought it, but I suspect this is what it looked like when the grandma and the adult grandson lived here. It was in pretty rough shape from what I heard.
Can't imagine living in here in the complete dark with no water.
I know, with little kids.
That's crazy.
So squatters.
Yeah. So behind you, I'm going to point out some regular stuff too. We put in this new electric panel with new plugs. So if you need to charge your cameras or phones or anything, we couldn't trust the wiring in the house because if you look up here, you see some knob and tube that's still in place. And we detected that some of it was still active, still had current going through it. So we decided to just cut off all the electricity for the house, start from scratch. So we got 2 plugs there, and then we have a plug in the other room where we have lights. So none of the other outlets will work, none of the other light switches will work. So this door was where the saloon was, and now we're entering the residence where the family lived. This is what the house looked like. So there's a,
There's odd vibe in here.
yeah.
All the different textures and patterns.
So there's a nondescript kitchen. You can tell the house was built in the 1800s because of the little skinny staircase. Watch your head there. This room is where the hidden brothel was. In modern times, they cut through the drywall to get into the room. The roof has some issues, so just be careful walking in this room. Because if you see on the floor right behind you there, there's a pretty good sized leak.
Yeah.
Behind the chimney is where the hidden door was. You can still see the door there.
Can you talk a little more about the brothel? Because that's really interesting. Like, what do you guys know about it?
If you look over there, you'll see the 2 windows. They're boarded up, and on the outside, when they resided the house in the 80s or 90s, they covered the windows. So there is a little more history to that. Terre Haute, Indiana, I was told, which is only about 15 miles from here. During the Prohibition, when they made alcohol illegal, the mayor, the police chief, and the officials in Terre Haute said, that law is dumb. We're not enforcing that law. So they had not hidden bars, they had open bars in Terre Haute, Indiana. So mobsters from Chicago would come down, people from Indy would come over, from Cincinnati. Everybody came to Terre Haute, Indiana because they could drink there and not get in trouble. Also in this area, there's a lot of coal that was mined. And so this town had a coal mine right outside town. They had 600 miners there. So dotted all around Terre Haute, there's probably 100 or so brothels. Because when you come down and drink, what else do you want to do? So I was told that the ladies would hang out these windows and call down to the men as they walked past, trying to invite them up. It had a secret hidden doorway in the back of the building to get in, but it wasn't that secret because people used it. Oh, there is another interesting fact. There's a little cafe across the street where you got your pizza from, and when we were cleaning the building out to have it ready for rental, we went there for lunch every day. And one of the waitresses said that her great-grandmother was one of the whores that lived at the brothel. So we kind of told her a little bit about the history and what we were doing and stuff, and she thought that was pretty interesting. And I said to the young lady, "What's your name?" And she said, "Jessica Blackadder." And I said, "Jessica Blackadder?" I said, "Young lady, I have some news for you. Your great-grandmother wasn't a whore here. She was the sister of Jenny Stark, who came here as a 16-year-old girl to help with the family, and got pregnant from her brother-in-law, and the ladies in town called her a whore, and they ran her out of town." So if you remember earlier, I told you that John's father gave her 40 cents and put her in a stagecoach to Terre Haute. Apparently she went to Terre Haute. I'm assuming she had a boy child who got her last name, who was the grandfather of this girl who was the waitress across the street.
That's crazy.
So she was flabbergasted by the story. She said, "I can't wait to call my dad and tell him that his grandmother wasn't a prostitute, that she was a victim who," I'm saying a victim because she was 16 and John was 28. She did have a connection to the place, but not the same connection that the family had talked about for generations. So, but it was very interesting that she had the same last name. Her great-grandmother had to have had a boy who then had her dad, to pass the name on, because it was the same last name. But if you see this room, isn't that big? I mean, how many prostitutes can work up here in the same room? 3 or 4, maybe. I mean, it wasn't like you see in the movies where there's like 30 women there,
So interesting to think about just the hidden history
Yeah.
that you just don't know about.
Yeah.
And there's no kind of demarcations about like walls or, you know what I mean? Like,
There aren't.
Or there would be,
There
like,
aren't. I mean, there's the
rooms.
plaster. There's the plaster that's taken down, but the lath is still up. There's no indication on the floor where dividers were. I assume they were like curtain dividers. So this is the room that Grandma lived in. Here's the locks that kept her in the room.
So she was locked in this room
She was locked in this room.
from the outside in.
From the outside. When he went to work, he would put her and her dog in this room and lock the door because he didn't want her wandering around. I think she had a little bit of dementia.
I was wondering, yeah.
I mean, I kind of see what he was doing, but that's not really the way you're supposed to do it. You need to get more help. So there is a hole in the ceiling here, so there's a hole in the floor here. So just be careful as you enter this room. And this is the window that she would open up and toss the dog's droppings out. And you can see with the paneling, and it obviously looks like the 1970s in here. So
Yeah, once again, a different texture in the room.
Yeah.
What about paranormal activity up here? What if people?
So paranormal activity that's been reported to me, a lot of people have been in contact with either John or with Jenny. I have heard, I think maybe through the newspaper article, that John said a few times, like if he couldn't be with Jenny, then he would just kill her, and that if he couldn't have her, nobody could. So I think that was kind of established that he already was on shaky ground mentally as far as her not being with him. So those are most of the activity that I've had is either nondescript things like just bumps or like a feeling. The people that say that they have been in contact with the person was either John or Jenny.
So where did the murder happen?
In the saloon, and I can show you where they were standing when it happened.
Yeah.
If you'd like.
Sure.
Okay. Again, I can't stress enough, watch your step there. But just to finish walking through, here's another bedroom and a bathroom.
So strange that every room has its own
It's own feel.
Well,
Well, we got one more to go into, and it's also different.
quite the decorator. You can definitely feel something in here. But you've never had any experience here?
I have not. I am an apparition in the paranormal community because I do not believe in ghosts.
I love that.
So we bought the United States Sanatorium for other reasons. We were going to do larger outdoor camping events there. And then when the Discovery Channel called us and they said they wanted to film a ghost hunting show there, and we were like, why? And they're like, duh, your place is haunted. And we're like, it is? I don't know, I've been here for 2 weeks, I haven't noticed anything. So at all of our properties, I have had experiences, but I've never had an experience that the only explanation is that they were ghosts. Do weird things happen here? Oh, sure, all the time. I'll be up here working and I'll hear a bang downstairs. It could be the doors open, it could be windy out, you know, I mean, it could be a ghost. I'm not saying ghosts don't exist. I just haven't had an experience that the only explanation is a ghost. I have not seen like a spectral person walk across the room that I couldn't explain other than it being a ghost. And I think because I'm not focused on it, stuff probably happens all the time. You know, ghosts could be like trying to contact me and I'm just oblivious to it. Because I live at the sanatorium, so, I mean, I live there, I sleep there, and weird things happen, and sometimes we go, oh, it must just be a ghost. And then the next day we find out what the real reason was, you know.
Right.
Sure. So, but I'll be honest, not so much here, but at the sanatorium, like people will have experiences and they'll tell them to me. And it's like a very specific story that I've heard 10 times from 10 different groups over the years, you know. So I had someone last week that had a story and I was like, this does sound like that. And I was like, so I asked them some non-specific questions, like, can you tell me a little bit more about that? Like, you know, tell me more about your experience. And then as they elaborated, I was like, well, let me tell you, you just repeated almost word for word a story that I've heard 10 times from 10 different groups. And, you know, and so you hear something like that, and I don't know what the explanation of that is. I probably should have come in and I don't know what the explanation for that is. You know, because it's such a specific story. And at Billy Creek Village, where you guys are staying, and you'll be there tomorrow night, there's something that happened 3 times over a 30-year period that was reported back to one of the employees there, and he told me that story. And he's like, the first time he heard it, oh, that's weird. 10 years later, a different customer had the exact same experience. Came and told him about it, and he was like, man, I never told anybody 10 years ago that happened. That's really weird. And then it happened again 10 or 15 years later. And he was so freaked out about it, he wouldn't go, he said, I won't go back in that building. Because I said, hey, can you show me where that happened? And he's like, no. He's like, I'm not going in that building, are you kidding? So, I don't know how to explain that, you know. It's very similar, in my opinion, it's very similar to heaven. A lot of people believe in heaven, but you can't prove it.
Right.
Nobody has empirical scientific evidence that heaven exists. And nobody has empirical scientific evidence that's accepted by the scientific community that ghosts exist.
Right.
You know, a lot of people believe in ghosts, but you can't prove it. You have to just go on faith. When I was young, my parents got divorced, and we bought a house. I was like a freshman in high school. And my mom had a dream about a woman, a very short woman, who was speaking to her and she couldn't understand her. And my next door neighbor was in my mom's dream. So the next time my mom woke up and she went to the next door neighbor, and she said, can I ask you some questions? Because we had just moved there like a week beforehand. She said, I had a dream about a little short lady with glasses on, and she was talking, I couldn't understand her, but you were in the dream. And my mom described what she looked like. And the hair on my neighbor's arm stood up, and she said, you just described Gloria. Gloria was the lady that lived in that house for like 60 years. And she died in the house. Well, I don't think she died in the house, but she died a few years ago. And then somebody bought the house and they fixed it up and they rented it to a family for a year. And then we bought it. So she died like 3 or 4 years before we bought the house. And she was German and spoke German. She didn't speak English very well. So that would explain in my mom's dream why, when she was talking, my mom couldn't understand her. That spirit, according to my mom, was in our house for like 3 years. And she always felt that she was a benevolent spirit. And like one time my mom was locked out of the house and she was like, oh, I can't deal with this. And she said, Gloria, is there any way you can help me out? And then the locked door opened up so my mom was able to get in the house. She's got a few other examples of her, in her mind, proof that Gloria was real. And then after a couple of years, my mom felt that Gloria, that she was still here because she lived in that house for so long, and she just wanted to make sure that the people that bought the house were good people and that they weren't going to like abuse her home. And that after a couple of years of being there and seeing us, that the ghost said, you know what, these people are good, and my house is going to be taken care of. And then she passed. She moved on. So my mom said she felt Gloria there for about 3 years, and we lived there for 20. And then all of a sudden, you know, I haven't felt Gloria for a while, and then she never did feel her again. So I don't know.
Very interesting.
I have no idea what the truth is.
Well, want to see where the bodies were?
All right, yeah, we'll head back downstairs.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, I keep looking at him because I can see his face.
Yeah.
I can't see your face at all. All I see is the light, and it's easier for me to talk to a person.
No, you've been doing great.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's perfect.
Usually that works out well with the lights, but people don't try to look at me because I'm just staring at my screen the whole time.
Right. All right. So if you look down at the ground, there's a big piece of metal on the ground. This is where they had a wood-burning stove, and it piped into this hole. That's how they vented the smoke. So the stove was right here. Against the wall over here was the bar. So the customers would come in that door. There was a bar here, and there is a door there right now. I don't know if that door existed in 1903. But from what I understood, John came down here. He was behind the bar. He shot past the stove to where Jenny was. The first bullet hit her and turned her body. And then the second bullet hit her in the chest and killed her. And then he was standing here when he... So.
Are these the original floors?
These are the original floors. This wall obviously has been painted a few times. And we found some wood in the backyard that told me that this was a shelf system because the shelves were the same color green. So I think that at some point somebody had put like a line of shelves in here.
Interesting.
So I don't know if this is the original wall. It feels like it is based on looking up there. But I don't know, have a way to identify. Because if you look at it here, it's not like modern drywall. It looks like older.
Right. Any other like, paranormal stories that you know of, or
from this location?
Yeah. Specifics, maybe this floor.
So I had a group one time. They asked Jenny, "Hey, you and John are ghosts, right? Do you guys still have sex?" And Jenny responded that they do, and John responded that they do. So to them, they were convinced that ghosts still have sex with each other. I have no idea if that's true or not. That was like one of the wackiest things I've ever heard a paranormal team say. And no, they said that was something that they were wondering, and that they got the answer from both of the entities. Both said that they still have sex with each other.
Wow.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think if ghosts are real, the person that murders me, I'm not going to continue to have sex with them. That's just me.
Yeah, that'd be
I've never met Jenny. I don't know how she was, but there's so many. It depends on the angle you look at stuff. I think a lot of people I meet who come and do investigations, if they're looking for something specific, then they find it. And if people are closed-minded and they are looking to not find anything, and then they don't. So I think that people, they kind of manifest their own destiny. They kind of, if you're looking for something, it's easier to find it. If you're not looking for something, then you're not going to find it.
Exactly.
You can just close it off.
That's what we always say.
Yeah. And you could do that for a lot of different things. You could do that with romantic relationships. You could do that with finding your car keys. You could do that with your career, So I think that that's just another extension of human nature.
Well, you don't need to probably ask my last question. You do.
Well, we always ask everybody just one question. Would you consider this place to be haunted?
We asked Greg the same thing, and he had a pretty interesting response.
I would like to hear what his response was.
Can't do that.
Do I feel that this location is haunted? It definitely is creepy. When you're walking around upstairs, it's creepy. But part of it is it's a 120-year-old building that hasn't been cared for, and the floors are a little squishy, and I'm just aware of that. So I used to tell people I don't believe in ghosts, but we had one in the house I lived in after high school.
Yeah.
And they're like, huh? So then I go into the story that my mom believed we had a ghost, and we had some experiences there. She believed that it was the ghost, but every experience we had, I had a different answer for it.
So we can just cut that whole part out.
All right, here's the headstone. Can't really see it, but it says Stark. Sure, this is the Stark family plot. John Sr. is the top one there. I don't know why some of those letters, I think because they're wet. Can't really read them. And his wife, Anna. And then John Jr. is here. This is John who owned the Saloon, and his wife Jane. And you can see they both died on in the same year. And then the other 4 are John's siblings: Margaret, Betty, James, and Alexander.
Yeah, you don't really see like someone who kills someone buried with the person they killed.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
pretty bizarre.
And then it's again with the rain, it's hard to tell, but all of this engraving is the same, but the last 2 numbers for James and for Alexander are different. And James died in 51. So I think that they commissioned this headstone to be made while they were still alive, and they put their birth years on it, and that they died in 19 something, and that those numbers were etched in after they died.
Interesting.
And then if you look, like that little stone there says Alexander. This larger stone here says sword. Daughter of. Maybe tomorrow during the day you can read it better.
Yeah.
And then there's another little one here that's a Stark. This one's Alexander Stark. 1949 to 1968, something like that. So I think that they're all buried right here, and then they got the one big one for the family.
Right.
Big stone for the family.
Very interesting.
Very cool, yeah.
Yeah.
And a beautiful night. Very perfect, like gloomy,
Yeah.
spooky night for a ghost hunt.
Yeah, it really is a perfect night, actually.
Well,
Okay.
all right. Is there somebody up there?
Did somebody come in here when we left?
If there's somebody up there, come down. We know you're there. What was that?
All right, so just context for this clip. We were just here eating pizza in the dark, floor pizza. And then we heard like, it sounded like a door upstairs like slammed, right?
Yeah.
To start that off. And then like footsteps. And you guys just heard, it's like footsteps up here. I mean, it could just be the rain, but it's like
I
so.
haven't been doing that though.
No.
We were just all in here. The person giving us the tour.
I mean, it's kind of freaky.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I guess we're gonna get started now. So, it's 10 o'clock at night. It's very, very creepy. You guys just saw that clip. of hearing what sounds like footsteps, and we've been hearing banging and like dragging noises, like a ton of stuff. We were just trying to sit and enjoy that pizza that, as you saw in that clip, was knocked over by something. I don't know if that was paranormal or not, but something knocked that pizza off of the chair when we weren't in the building. Yeah, it's a very off-putting energy in here that really seems like somebody is just like right there. There's a lot of noises. It seems like someone's here.
I'm back.
Oh! Listen. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm just trying to listen for some more sounds because, like, it's quieted down since we got over here. You know, you can hear some stuff upstairs. Yeah, I mean, again, this is a place again where there was a murder. That's not, you know, anything that's a supposed. It's fact in the papers and so forth. That alone is going to be the focal point, I think, for us tonight. That story. But it was also
Water just hit my face.
But you know, the place was also a brothel, so I mean that's upstairs, as you saw on the tour. You know, I think there's just a lot of weird energy in here. Again, different feel. All these places you go to, I seem to have a different feel. This one, remember every room we walked in seemed like it had a different feel. I thought. I mean, yeah. That was like a voice. A voice, like a. See, that's what I mean. I think I'm, once again, I'm kind of like ready to go to start in, but
Dude, what the hell?
yeah, I don't know.
That was
I know.
really loud
Yeah,
footsteps,
yeah,
and then like,
yeah, it was a.
like that.
That was a boot, like a. Anyway, yeah. Stark Saloon, people that have been here have had a lot of crazy experiences, so we're hoping that's going to happen for us. But already, obviously, we've been hearing a lot of noises, a lot of footsteps, bangs. It sounded to me like a window tapping. It sounded like walking over beside me to the left, and all that kind of stuff. So I think we're in for a night.
Something that I really want to focus on tonight and try to get an answer to is why so much evil has happened here and why so much negativity. I mean, you have this infamous double unaliving that happened here. Then you have someone that locked up their elderly parent in a room and was arrested for it. She couldn't escape. Then you had a family living here in the complete darkness with no water, no electricity, no heat. There's like a negative attraction to this place. So it's like, what causes a location to become evil? And then who knows with the brothel? They could have, prostitute could have been killed. Prostitute could have unalived themselves. Could have been a baby that was killed, you never really know. Like, what happened, especially back then.
I always kind of wonder, we talk about the buildings and, the experiences of the people that were in the buildings, but what about the land? Once again, every location that you talk about, what about the land it's on? Because our house that was very haunted, it was the land and we built a brand new home, and that was very haunted. It turned out, at least with the help of different mediums and psychics that we trust, they felt it all came back to the land. So that could be part of it too. The land itself. Like, what was before this, right? Because this was 1903, wasn't it? But when it was built, but let's say it's 1850. What about 1750? What about 1800? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that's a thing that I think gets overlooked a lot, that the land it's on. So, I don't know. Just a thought.
It's true.
Ready to go?
All right. Let's start here.
Look at the thing spiking, bud.
Just go.
Oh.
Hello?
Are you coming in? Okay. That wasn't going off at all. That's
Dude, look at that pulse.
Here, I'm gonna start.
Are you in here with us? Oh, and the K2. Dude, you can hear the K2 clicking. Are you gonna talk with us?
Dude, look. I know.
Alright guys, so right now we're on the first floor of the Stark Saloon. In the old saloon area, we've been hearing tons of noises tonight. But if you'll remember in the story, this is where that murder happened. And then the subsequent self-unaliving.
Isn't that weird how the paralight here and the K2 were going off like crazy and now it hasn't?
Yeah.
I mean,
There. It's really weird. So it was John, Sarah, and who else?
John and Jenny were the husband and wife, and then Sarah was the 16-year-old. And then he said, Jenny. Oh, look at, we talked about the name. Are you here?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Right when we start talking about the murder?
Yeah, right. Did you want to? Oh, K2.
Dude.
Yeah, it's Jenny, I think. Look at it, it's Jenny. Jenny, are you here? Oh man, look at the K2 going up now. I think we got Jenny here. That sounds like a dog whining in those bangs. Oh, dude.
What the hell? It's...
Okay, Jenny, are you here, Jenny? Oh, look at dude, right after I said it. Okay, Jenny. Oh my God.
To whoever's here, we're coming here tonight to speak with you. And we just want to know who's here and to hear your story. Jenny, John, Bertha, or anybody else. Any prostitutes, you're welcome. The road. Just to introduce ourselves, my name is Colin.
My name is Jeff.
Oh my God.
It's like a balloon.
Hello? Mistrust.
Well,
She did.
well, that would be Jenny and John.
Yeah. Husband, your own husband kills you.
Jenny, are you here? Can you let us know that you're here one more time?
Yes.
Oh!
And there's Spike on the parallel. Okay, Jenny, we've come to talk to you.
Violent.
Oh, jeez, of course. Yeah, Jenny, we know that you were shot. We're sorry that happened to you. Are you unhappy is what I was going to say. Jenny, are you unhappy where you're at right now? You are.
Hello, it said. Can you please tell us your name? Is Jenny here with us right now?
Look at this thing going. Right when you...
Dude, there's tons of noises in here.
I was just going to say. Oh my. Okay, once again, Jenny, if you're here, which we think you are, it's like above us. Like I think it's kind of right above us. I don't know what that.
No.
I don't think it's Jenny. It might be John.
Okay. Well, this keeps reacting when I talk, bring her name up though, but.
Maybe it's a sore spot for her. I mean, he killed her.
Okay.
It says mood, too. Maybe.
So, Jenny, are you, if you're here, can you ring the bell twice? Ring this bell twice.
Or if you're John, ring it once.
What the?
Yes. Yes.
John.
No, maybe they're both here.
What is that?
I don't know.
So, Jenny and John, are you both here?
Yes. Yes.
That sounds like a whispering. Jenny, can you tell us, just so we know it's you, how you were killed?
Here.
One was for John.
No. No.
What is that? But it said heroin.
Yes.
So what is
What?
it?
Heroin. Did heroin have to do with your death?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
I mean, they had heroin back then, like opium.
Oh, did you hear that? Back out there. Out in the hallway.
Yes.
Dude, there's so many
Yeah,
voices
I
in
know.
here, dude. So, was one of you high when you died? Or did somebody overdose in this house when it was abandoned?
Yes.
Oh, dude, I feel like there's somebody behind me, man.
I mean, think if somebody died here, you know, back in 1908. I mean, it's not like they're going to say it's this or that. They're just going to take them out. You know, unless it's like a murder. Like a drug. If it's something, they're just dead.
Is it true that your death was because of heroin?
Look at the thing. Just right when you asked. Why do we have a heroin connection? Can you tell us who was taking the heroin? Upstairs. Who was taking
Yes.
the... Yes. Was John taking heroin?
No.
Okay. Was Jenny taking heroin? Again, was Jenny taking heroin?
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Look at that. Maybe when she
Dude.
went, you know, remember she was around town?
Woman!
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh! Dude.
Yes.
Yes, I'm here too!
Okay,
You're-
look at this thing's going nuts, okay. Dude.
Oh!
Man. Okay, I think we're...
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I
Look at
got
this.
the chills,
me
man.
too. I just want to say
Holy
that.
shit.
Look at this.
Oh, dude.
Oh, look at my arms.
It's actually...
Wait. What? Yeah, I was like, what is that?
Yes.
I think we're onto something we should keep.
It's like a woman crying. So, are you saying that Jenny, maybe Jenny, if you're here, you could answer this? Were you taking drugs after the breakup?
Yes.
Maybe you found out that John had cheated on you with your relative. Did that cause you to use some substances?
You know, opium is how definitely people coped with those kind of things.
Yeah.
Numb themselves.
100%.
You know.
Angel.
Yeah. So,
Dude, there's so many fucking noises in here.
yeah.
Jenny, Was John angry that you did heroin or used drugs? I don't know. Maybe the device was just meaning like substances in some way. It could be referring to like
Look at that.
alcohol
Look at this.
or any other sort of substance.
So Jenny, were you hooked on heroin?
And this said yes over here.
This dude keeps just-
Jenny, was John angry that you did heroin or used drugs? Yes.
No.
Jenny, was John angry that you did heroin or used drugs? Yes.
Okay, so what do we have here?
Well, there
Is there
was
some motive?
some sort of drugs involved in it.
And at the time, opium.
Yeah. I mean, if she went to another city,
Look at
destruction.
that. Right when we talk about her again. Jenny, do you feel sad that you were on opium? Were you on opium? Maybe she doesn't want to admit. Did John take opium? It's that clicking sound.
I just really feel like somebody's right back there. These balloons are creepy too.
Can you move, or actually I'd love to see you pop one of these balloons we have hanging out here. We've got balloons for you. You can do whatever you want with them. You can kick them, move them, pop them. Let us know you're here.
You were curious. Maybe
We are.
asking them really personal questions.
We're asking you. We're trying to understand if you're still here, if you're happy, or
No.
wow,
Oh,
it's pretty definitive.
not happy.
Not happy.
Can we ask, why aren't you happy? I'm gonna untie this balloon.
No.
Just see where it goes. Jenny, John, if you're here, can you move this balloon? This little round thing in front of me? Go for it. Move it to show us where you are. Graveyard. We were there.
We were there earlier. Okay, so you're in the graveyard. Have you come here from the graveyard? Evidently to visit? Thank you.
Yes.
It came over to me.
Can you push the balloon over towards me? It's weird it went right down to the device.
I know. This thing is like completely glitched out.
Do you like the balloon by these
Yes.
devices? Can you try to pop this balloon?
It's kind of just freaky. Pick it up.
What else could we do? That's
Yes.
interesting.
Jenny,
Yes.
you said that you're trapped. Why are you trapped? All right, so look it. Why are you trapped? Hard pain,
Try to pop the balloon if you can.
possessed. Hard pain, possessed. Kill or hello.
What was it? What did you say?
Hard pain, possessed is why you're trapped.
Hard pain.
Do you mean like you're trapped because it's hard being here still? There was a lot of pain with your death. John felt like he possessed you, Jenny. Maybe you felt trapped by the situation, so you turned to substances. God, there's so many weird movements.
Is Bertha here? Bertha, do you hang around John?
Yes.
So Bertha, do you hang around John and Jenny, or just one of those? Which one? Or both? I was gonna say one ring is yes for both.
My happy place. John, while you're here, why did you kill Jenny?
No.
Well, we know you killed Jenny because there were witnesses, John. Did you kill her because she was a lot of infidelity, or was it because she was...
Dude!
Yes.
Envy!
Yes.
Envy!
Yeah, okay.
That's why he killed her, because she was having sex with all those men.
Yeah, right.
He was jealous.
Right.
And like he said, you're the only one for me. Like, I'm the only one that can have you, no one else. Because he got jealous and then killed her. John, I've always wondered this. Now that you're here, what made you snap? Why did you decide to actually kill Jenny? I know you were really mad, but what made you think, I'm gonna kill her? Can you try to tell us?
I mean, again, I think it's envy, obviously, for her sleeping with multiple men. At least it was the story. And then her pain and so forth. Masking that with opium. And opium. And maybe it just was enough that night. Maybe he found something out more. Maybe Jenny was actually high again and he was sick of it. All came into one thing. John, did you plan on killing?
No.
Okay. So it's more maybe a, spur of the moment type. What do you call it? Passion? Killing of...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Crime of passion.
Yeah, so maybe just, full out of rage that...
What made you snap, John?
We know. Was it what we just got done talking about? Her infidelity, Jenny's infidelity, and her heroin use. Was that what made you snap? I mean, that's the most logical. If we're going to tie it together.
Yes.
And we never know for sure again. It's just we're trying to make sense of it. That seems to make sense.
What made you snap, John? Betrayal.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Look at
Oh!
I mean, come on.
On this
A different
device.
It's envy, it's betrayal, obviously. So maybe something happened. Was the brothel going on when they were alive?
How did Jenny betray you, John?
Can anyone that's here try to pop one of the balloons we have hanging around? Just try to use your energy and pop it?
Yes.
Okay, try it then, please. Pop one of the balloons.
All you have to do is go up and poke it or stab it. How did Jenny betray you, John?
No.
Yeah.
It was like a boom.
It's all upstairs.
Yeah. Did you see a light? little flash of light over there.
Really?
Yeah, like a little zip of light.
Trust.
How did Jenny betray you? Trust.
What's one of the main attributes of a person that's so important to me?
Yes.
Hurting.
Hurting.
How did
Yes.
Jenny betray you? Hurting trust. Did you hear music?
Yeah, I did. What the f? I was thinking.
So, where should we go next in the house? Can you make a noise and let us know?
Yes. No. No.
Do it again. Can you make a really loud noise?
Let's try and do that.
Bang on the wood or run around. Bad.
No. No. No.
Are you saying we shouldn't go to other places in this place because they're bad? There are evil spirits? It said basement. Where should we go next in the house?
We can't go down there. It's not a basement. It's like a unsafe cellar. It's like dirt. Just
Cut. Bad cut.
yeah. A lot.
That's creepy
A lot
though.
of violent stuff again, or bad things.
Yes.
Are you saying we shouldn't go to other places in here because they're bad spirits? Yes. Where should we go? Basement. It's like
Yes.
trying to lure
Yes.
us.
Yes.
We can't go into the basement because it's
Yes.
like
Yes. 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 Yes.
Wow.
it's like an unsafe
Yeah.
part of the building that they
No.
said we can't go into.
Yeah, he asked us not to go in it.
It's like they're trying to lure us in there to.
Yeah, it's really a root cellar, so it's like just dirt.
Interesting though, like it's trying to tell us to come down to the
Yeah,
basement.
yeah. But it's kind of like one that would, you'd store your vegetables and things to keep it cool, like a root cellar.
Before we go upstairs, can you tell us who's waiting for us up there?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so then who is upstairs? If you're saying yes, please tell us who. What's their name? Can you tell us their name, please? Anyone that's here?
Died.
Died.
Someone who died
Okay,
here?
Okay, that would be either John or Jenny. Can you just say your name? That's a weird sound.
Oh, I'm getting a cold air.
Yeah, I
release.
felt cold
No.
come through. They don't want to tell us their name.
What's the name of the person that's upstairs? Or creature?
Sound like Brian.
Randy.
Randy. Randy. Well, I mean, okay, anybody could be here, right? I mean,
Randy's upstairs?
Randy's up there. Did Randy die here? Is that another person that died here? It's weird.
No. 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 Yes.
Carmilla? C And this is
Other
what's
people.
the name of the person? Unknown. Do you have anything left to say before we leave this room?
Yes, 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 yes.
Say it then, because we have to go.
Was it Carmilla or was it? Carmilla and Randy. Is that the only names we got? Did you get Harry or no? Randy and Carmilla.
So at this point, we're going to do a luminol test, and then we're going to go upstairs to continue trying to talk to whoever might be here. All right, guys, so to continue this investigation, we've gotten some really weird stuff so far. Sounds like there was some sort of substance involved. Jenny and John are still here, and they're deeply unhappy. There's somebody upstairs, said Randy and Carmilla. And then, yeah, it's just some really weird energy around here. Some of the balloons are free floating now. We're gonna do this luminol test. So this luminol, look at that balloon going off like something's tapping on it.
Where was it? Oh yeah. That one went way to the ceiling over there.
Yes, people have pointed out that luminol can definitely pick up on urine and other, human body substances, saliva. So I do want you to watch this footage, like we always say, with a grain of salt, because luminol is not a proven science. But what I will say to people is that, let's say somebody, like in a recent episode we did, comes to you and says, oh, I heard this story that's never been proven, that someone was viciously stabbed in their gut and there's blood everywhere all over in this exact spot. And then you luminol and find a splatter pattern there. The main thing that it's looking for is blood. So it doesn't rule blood out. Now, you can say that about anything really, like, oh, that could just be saliva. Well, it could also be blood. And that's what we're doing here, is just testing to see if we can see remnants of that. Now here, I definitely believe that it's going to be blood if we pick something up. But just like every time with these tests, you are totally free to believe whatever you would like to, all right? I just want to make that abundantly clear. So we have forensic grade luminol here and distilled water as well to conduct this test.
What's happening? Oh, I can just do that. Or over here, like coming through the door.
Oh, there's some over there. See this?
Oh yeah. This might be the area. How about more towards here? Door.
Dude, Jeff, look that. Look right there.
Oh man. Oh.
Get it with the camera.
I can't. Oh yeah. Look at
You gotta
that.
get
Oh
low.
my gosh.
Turn your light off, man. Oh my God, look at that.
Oh, look at that. Oh, dude, this is freaking totally. You don't even need any. Oh, look at.
Oh, dude, for sure.
But dude, it's pooled. It's pooled here though. It's like the floor, the blood like pooled over on this right here. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this.
Holy shit. And look at, there's some over here too. If you come to the left and show, it's like, here's some of the splatter over here. See that?
Oh.
Look at those light up.
Oh my gosh. Dude, this is. Could you do a little more through here, like towards the door?
Look at that. That's f***ing crazy, dude.
Gosh.
Isn't that?
It is. That's right here, but it's like right in the middle.
Look at all of it.
Oh, look at. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's from here It's going. It keeps going. If you got over here,
It's almost like
get by the door. Oh, look at that's a whole frickin'. It's like it bled from here.
It's almost like they replaced some of the floorboards.
But the floor is those. I bet it leans down here. It goes this way.
That definitely is where she was.
It kind of disappears, doesn't it? Wow, that's insane. Actually,
I know.
I mean, the floor, if we had a level. So what I'm trying to explain again is she would have come. That's the original door. So she would have come out there. He shot her from the bar.
Mm-hmm.
She'd fall there. The
Probably
floor.
fall right there.
Well, no, the floor is slanted.
Yeah, it definitely.
It goes down. So if we had a level, I bet, oh, you can just tell. You can walk and you're going downhill.
Yeah.
So it pooled, and then it just leaked down towards and pooled in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, wow.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Hello?
Right over where we were.
Wasn't he standing like right here?
He said that he thought the best that
He shot right
he could
here.
tell, but he doesn't know for sure. So, and then
Look at this, dude. This is. Oh my gosh! You see that?
it's illuminating on the line of the wall, dude. Look at on the line.
Turn the light off.
It was illuminating like on the line, like a drain down. Remember though, during the interview, he was talking about the wood here. He wasn't sure if this was original.
Yeah.
Because it's the bar was here, right? So the bar could have been taken out and then that could have been replaced.
Oh, dude, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You see that? Look at all this.
Oh yeah, okay.
That looks like a spider. Dude. What the hell is that? Look, it's just right here.
It's hard to see it on here. Yeah, see it. I see some here.
That's blurry. Turn your light on.
Okay.
See, that's why you're not seeing it.
What do you mean? Yeah, I see it come on. Oh yeah. Oh, now I saw it. Oh, right there.
Yeah, there's something right here. It goes all the way. It's just right here. Look at this.
But it goes away so quickly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, right there. It comes and goes.
That's it. We're out of luminol.
Well, the thing is, it goes away so quickly, right? But it definitely showed up over here. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh, dude. See, that's where it's shown up before. See,
Yeah.
Look at
There's spots right there.
Right
only
there.
there. And then
here.
some-
There's some here. I mean, this would be more consistent. This area, if you had more luminol, and again through here, from here to here, right?
Yep.
So right here is kind of where he was at.
Yeah.
Boom! He hit her once. Over in the doorway, she turned,
Yep.
hit her again, killed her, went through her chest.
Yeah.
That would make sense for sure. I mean, this area right here, it's just fading out. Oh, Colin, look, this is actually war here. You know what?
What?
Look at this area right here. It's fading, but look at the bigger area.
Oh shit! Yeah.
That is part of this right here in this hole.
Oh, weird.
Right here, you hit it. And we ran out of luminol. But look at that.
That's about exactly where he said it was.
Yeah, right here. Right.
This is right
Look
where
at-
we started.
Look at the camera roof from right here. There's the door. So it's like boom, boom.
That's pretty crazy.
Super cool. I mean, we could tell him, kind of mark this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over. Right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. On the 6th and 7th. Right here, you can see it.
Yeah, you can see the lot
Seventh.
right there.
6, 7, all through this area right here. That's exactly where he was standing. Here's our chairs.
Yeah. And you know, that's about exactly where he said it was.
Oh, I remember these chairs, him coming through them.
Because
I got some of that luminol in my throat. Look at dude, how he got it.
look at them.
So definitely 6, 7, 8.
It's weird, I think, obviously, that we're picking that up, but I also want to state to people who are going to say, like, oh, that's just the luminol glowing, or it's everywhere you sprayed. If you actually look here with the light on now, you can see how big of an area we sprayed, and it only glows.
Look at how soaked it is over here.
Look at, we went
All the way down. Look at it's even still pooled here. There's nothing here. That's
All
actually
the way.
pooled. Right down here. And over there.
all the way down here and over here. This is, and then the wall.
Yeah.
Like this whole area was sprayed for luminol.
I think the wall, like he said, he didn't know if the wall was original.
These two areas are still glowing though, right here in the middle.
I know.
They're still glowing.
This is, again, this is 6, 7. It's mainly right here. 5, 6, 7, right through here.
Which is exactly in the interview where he said, look at, take the shot.
And then just think if he's behind the bar out here.
Yep.
And boom, you're gonna go back.
And then it's gonna spray this way and this way.
And you're gonna lay crumpled up on the floor right here.
It's pretty crazy. That's a lot of luminol.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, over there is insane.
And I kind of feel like if you had a level again, which we don't, and who knows? I mean, we're guessing, but it kind of feels like the building again goes this way.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would go this way. But if we had more luminol.
Well, this clearly goes over here.
Well,
This
that's
clearly
just
slants down.
that's
Like, you can actually see the slant.
It's 100%.
Like, look at that right
this.
there.
This is way down.
Yes.
Now again, years have gone by, but this is, he said, is the original floor.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it's gonna change, but still.
That whole area completely lit up.
Wow. Yeah. Well, it's kind of interesting that they've never had that done before.
I know.
And we can kind of help them mark this out.
All right, guys, now that we've done the luminol testing, we've confirmed kind of where the bodies were. We're gonna head upstairs and do some dual porting?
I would call it that. Dual porting.
And we're gonna try to talk to whoever's up there.
My ears like popped. Weird.
Is there somebody up here with us?
This is dead.
Really?
Yeah. It was totally fine. Okay, we have batteries either way.
For that?
Yeah, they're just batteries.
What do they take? What does it take?
AAA.
Should I go get them?
Isn't it in the car it's behind my seat? Hey, Colin,
What?
did you move the balloon out in the hallway?
No.
The balloon's out in the hallway.
Wait, really?
How would that come this way?
Hold up, don't move. I got you saying that on the static cam.
I mean, it's coming actually moving here.
What the
How would that come from the room over there? You know, that balloon I think was up in the ceiling up there. I mean, that's pretty weird. I mean, oh, don't move. Look at this.
Did you want to follow us over here?
Bang upstairs. I just got, like, again, full body chills right now. Okay, that's weird that a balloon is here.
That's a creepy visual.
Look at that.
Come on, come over here.
It's coming this way.
Jenny, you can come over here if you want. Bring the balloon.
So again, whatever, you know,
whatever people want to believe. I mean, I walk down, that's where the balloon's at. The balloon is actually just a little farther that way by this much maybe, and it's come this way. But there's a balloon. I mean, from the other room. And more noise, but look at it. It's
Jenny.
coming closer. Are you trying to go upstairs? Dude, look at it. Okay, so look how much it's moving.
It's so still now.
But from the time that we just think about we came in and went up, how short it's been, how far it had to travel, and look, it's not doing anything.
It's completely still now.
It's doing nothing. Okay, that's freaky.
Look at that. It's literally completely still.
You know what I'm saying though? Like to think about it being in the other room. Just the short amount of time we were up there, how far it had to travel.
Yes.
And now it's just doing nothing.
Bring that balloon towards us if you're in here. Can you?
Okay.
Oh.
It's like it wants to go up. It was just perfectly still. There's no wind in here.
No,
There's
zero wind.
Zero air circulation. It's stuffy in here.
Look at it like bouncing. Can we come through there? Can you move that balloon so we can come through? We need to go outside.
Dude, it's like just down. It's just there.
It's a creepy visual. Look at that.
So here, let me walk to the door. I'm gonna go by. Okay. Oh, dude, look at that. I'm moving, you know.
Yeah, stay away.
Okay, but look at the other balloon.
Oh, dude.
Look at the other balloons. That balloon came out in the hall. That's a big deal.
Damn creepy. I mean, dude, it's like kind of, I know it's probably like physics at this point, but it's like,
Well, I have to go.
come closer to us.
Why don't you come in this room and I'll go. Wasn't that the balloon? I heard it. That wasn't the balloon that was here.
Yes.
I mean,
It was up on the ceiling, actually.
Yeah, it was up on the ceiling. Is what I. What the heck? Yeah, it was up on the ceiling. But again, it's above the door where we have the luminol. That's what I'm saying. It was right here. It actually dropped down and floated out towards us.
That's fucking creepy. Gotta stay hydrated, folks. I wonder if that static cam got anything upstairs. Well, we went outside. We just got the batteries for the thing.
True. Yeah. You want to see this?
Yeah, do the test.
Let's see where it's at. Where the f is it, dude?
What?
No.
What? Dude. Oh my god, I got chills, dude. What the f?
Oh, it's in here.
What?
It's in there.
No way. Oh my god. What the f?
It's moving through the house. It's in here. Come here. Come on.
Oh my god,
Look at it.
dude.
Oh.
Dude, it feels
Oh my
cold
god.
right here. Oh
Wow,
my
look at.
I can't believe I
look
just
at
got
this.
that.
I thought it would be like right
Dude,
here.
me too.
Right here. Oh my god.
All my hair is on end, dude. It's
Holy
so
shit,
creepy,
dude. That's
dude.
creepy, man.
Look at that, just waiting on the side of the door.
I mean, it's inside the room.
Oh my god, dude. I'm
my
really
God.
on edge.
Okay, so dude,
Holy
you
shit.
you were
dude.
standing here. I came by it.
Yeah.
And then you came up here, and I came up to you and said, "Hey, let's just leave it there now."
Yeah.
Right.
And then I paused the camera.
And then we went
the
and got our
batteries.
batteries. So it moved from here.
Oh, dude. It actually looks like it's turning towards me right now.
That's actually kind of freaky, man. Holy shit.
you think we should just leave it? You know what we're gonna do? Well,
Dude, this is get a creepy. I don't even want to be near it.
You know what we were gonna do when we came here
What?
from back in the car? Well, you know what we were gonna do. I was gonna grab the balloon and
yeah.
I was gonna put it back up here where it was and see if it could duplicate coming back out, but instead it's in there. So we're gonna leave it.
Man, just look at how creepy of a visual this is on camera. It's like so.
Look at it, it's
eerie.
actually, I mean, it's actually crazy how creepy it makes you feel.
I know.
It's just a balloon.
Oh, it's turning towards you.
Look at,
Oh my god,
if
dude,
I
it's
was
coming
blowing,
towards
if
you.
I was blowing air, it'd go the other way. Oh.
If you are here right now, I just want to say, if you are somebody who's playing with this balloon, we're a little, excited, but you can come with us and talk to us. We don't want to scare you away. Maybe if it's a kid's spirit, or if it's Jenny, or even John, feel free to still come talk to us. We're not afraid of you.
What? There's just more noises out here. Oh, hear that? Hear that? Oh, my ears are crackling. There's funky going on.
That's weird because remember right before you came down, we both said our ears like popped.
Yeah,
It's like something
exactly.
came in or happened.
It's like I'm trying to, like when you're flying or
Yeah.
going over a hill, trying to pop my ears. It's like, this is so bizarre. Okay, that's freaky. I'm sorry, but whoever's doing that, do what you want with the balloon. Try to move it into a. Oh, dude. Let's get out of this.
Before we go, these balloons are all being held. They're all tied.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll just let them sit here and see what they do. Okay, so these balloons, they couldn't have followed us technically because they were being held onto things. So I'm just gonna let them free float and see what happens. So we're gonna start an experiment and see kind of the same deal.
Oh, sure.
After that very eerie balloon footage, now we're back upstairs. This is the old brothel area, and we're gonna do a dual port. So what a dual port is, essentially, to people who may not know or have forgotten, it's like a spirit box, but all the frequencies been cut out, so it's really just giving you the voices. It's a geoport and a geobox combined, so it just, it gives you a bunch of different responses. But it's based on a spirit box.
Created by an engineer, George Brown. In this case, he built it especially for us. So we'll get it rolling here.
To anybody up here in the old brothel, my name's Colin.
My name's Jeff.
We want to ask about John and Jenny and their deaths. Can you say hi or hello or something if you're here with us?
Earlier it said Randy and Carmilla were up here. Can one of you guys say your name if you're here?
What?
Yeah, well.
What's your name?
Randy, can you say your name, please?
Maybe it's not Randy or Carmilla. Who is this? Who is this? Billy. I heard Billy.
Someone step forward and tell us your name.
Hi.
Yeah.
just here to talk.
It's like someone throwing stuff behind me, like snacks. You hear that?
Yeah, I did that. I can hear that.
Harry. Do you guys know John and Jenny? Both. What happened to them? Do you remember? What the f? Yeah, dude. What's going on? Oh, God. What the freaked out. What the hell was that? What's going on?
Please step back. Too many of you are coming forward with the things. Step back and relax, please. Back. Okay, what's your name, please?
Undressing.
Undressing. Okay, someone tell us their name.
Me first.
It's just like there's so much activity. Okay.
All right. What happened to John and Jenny?
Space. He's that balloon is upstairs and run out of here. If you can hear us, I don't care who you are, just tell us yes. Can you tell us your name? Chris. Chris, can you, why are you here, Chris? Okay, everybody step back and let Chris talk. Chris, why are you here?
Shot. Were you shot and killed at the saloon, Chris? Bullets!
Oh, bullets.
Who killed you?
Same guy. Thank you for allowing Chris to speak. Chris, were you killed here? Chris.
Uh-huh.
Okay, can you please step back, everybody? Let Chris talk. Chris, who killed you? Guilty.
Gay.
Chris, what's the name of the person or persons that killed you? Mike. Did Mike kill you, Chris?
Chris, why were you killed? Kate? Why did they kill you, Chris? Gold. Movement right there. Chris, one more time. What happened before you were murdered? I was hung.
Yeah, you gotta listen to that. That was a clear sentence.
Dad. Chris, how old were you when you were killed? 6.
Chris, are you with your dad?
Point. He was pointing at you, like blaming you for something? My pickle.
Shots, I thought I heard.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chris, were you shot? Were you shot in this building? Did you feel?
Yes.
Feel the floor?
Yes. Do you know John and Jenny?
Sure.
Why did John kill Jenny? Envy. John or shot. Jenny, are you here? Yes.
How do you feel, Jenny? You told us you felt sad before.
Yeah. Is there something we can do to make you feel less sad?
Your mom. How can we help you, Jenny? Cookie?
That's what I thought. Maybe she would like cookies. Jenny, I'm sorry for what happened to you, but we had something come through. Were you taking heroin or opium? Were you using opium?
Free? There's a woman's voice all of a sudden.
Jenny, were you taking opium? It's okay to tell us.
Of course not. No. Were you taking another drug?
That was very clear in a woman's voice.
Maybe you were drinking a lot?
Maybe she's being blamed for it. Was John the one using opium? Can someone tell us that knows?
I've heard a couple of weird things, like 666 and 3 horsemen.
Was John taking some sort of substance?
What do you want us to know? We're here to let you talk.
Too late.
What do you want to tell us? You know, it's almost like it's actually a full, like saloon.
Yeah,
There's a
right.
lot of people talking. Are you guys in a saloon right now?
We're gonna move to another room. Can you tell us anything else, Chris or Jenny?
Hurt me? Chris, did the person that killed you ever get caught?
Chris, you never did tell us who killed you. Now's your time.
You want to go do the DR60?
This room is making me feel horrible. I'm like,
I've got a full head. My ears have popped. Are they crackling again? So it's sinuses.
my sinuses too.
Is there anything else you want to say before we turn this off? Leave.
Okay.
All right.
All right. We
turn it
are.
off.
Thank you. That sounds like a
Gunshot outside?
remember what he was saying earlier? Like it's way louder than a M80, or like he thought it was a gun. That was a gunshot.
This is a really small town.
Yeah.
And it's what? 1 a.m.? It's literally 1 a.m. on the dot.
Okay, let's go.
So we're about to do a DR60 in here, and guys, I mean, just how creepy is this? When you actually look at this, the lock on the outside of the door, and then when you come in here, when you actually come in like this, dude, it's just haunting. Seeing this on the exterior of a door, and thinking that there was a grandma, like an elderly woman, abusively being locked in here for however long at a time, alone,
With a dog.
with a dog in this small room. And that's pretty horrific just on its own.
And then she used to remember open the window. The grandmother was locked in here with a dog, and they eventually broke the case because she had to open the window to throw the feces out because
Right.
she said it was too stinky to leave it sit there. That's how they started to investigate why she was up here.
So much darkness in this one building.
And I have, strangely enough, a little smell of like a dog feces. I
can get that too.
I was gonna say that earlier when I came to the interview, when the interview was being done. I can't even talk, but I could smell a little bit of that, in my nose. And I get the same thing. It's like there's.
Yeah, I almost
do you
get that
do you know what I'm
too.
saying?
Yeah, a little residual stink.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's do this DR60. Can you please try to tell me your name?
We know some people died here. Can you tell us if they died by a knife or a gunshot or poison?
Jenny, if you're here, how can we help you?
So again, we got some information earlier that someone was taking a type of substance. Can you tell us what that substance was that made you high?
John, why did you kill Jenny?
So we know the reason why, but why did John and Jenny, why did you guys break up in the first place? What happened? Oh, my back's killing me. Wow. What the hell? Someone is that a knife? A knife? That's really clear. Maybe it's a different case.
What'd you say?
Maybe it's a different case.
What'd you say? A knife.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it sounds like a knife.
And it's like a kid's voice. Did you hear that though?
Yeah.
It's like, a knife.
Yeah, it's maybe a different case.
You're trippy, dude. Listen to that.
A knife is really clear. Again, a knife. A knife.
Heroin.
Try it.
Heroin. Listen to that. Dude, heroin.
Heroin.
Right there.
Right there. Yeah. I think it. happened before and after. Bigger and then small. Ooh, my ears are ringing.
John, why did you kill Jay?
Like angry.
So we know the reason why. Why did John and Jenny's life break up in the first place? What happened?
There's a lot of weird noises in there.
Yeah. Wow. Hear that during editing, you can get it.
But that literally,
Yeah.
and then like a kid, that one was really
The knife was very clear.
like that.
So, I mean, we know it wouldn't be a knife, right? I mean, they know it was a gunshot in the paper.
Maybe Chris.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah, that's true.
Or
someone
Chris
else.
said he was killed by his dad, 6 years old maybe.
Yeah. Wow. And no, and the kid said a knife. That would
True.
that could be a connection. Oof. Okay.
Before we go down, let's do it. Be brave.
What? Oh. I can never find this thing.
Is there somebody up here with us? Hello? Let's go down.
Okay, we gotta take our stuff.
Look at none of them. Oh shit,
Oh,
the
no,
other
no.
one's right by the
Oh,
doorway.
no, wait.
Oh, dude, it just backed away.
Oh, the original one?
Yeah, did you see
I
that?
saw just a glimpse of it.
Oh my god, it just backed away from us, dude.
Oh my god.
What?
No, I just saw right about a third of the way up. I saw it move.
Oh, look,
back.
it's peeking back. Can you bring that balloon up out into the hallway, please, Jenny? Or maybe it's Chris.
Who knows? Oh, there it is, down there.
Can you bring the balloon out here,
It's way down.
please? Whoever's got that balloon, try bring it out here.
Oh my god.
We really want to see it. Can you at least show it to us?
Oh, there it is. Look at
Yeah, that's so good. Can you bring it out here? Bring it all the way out here? Come on, you got it. Let's see it.
Come all the way out. You're welcome to come out. Push it further.
Come on, you got it. Chris, is that you?
You can keep the balloon. We're not going to take it.
Yeah, just bring it over
Yeah, you
for
can
a
keep
second.
it. It's all yours. Are the other balloons moving like that? We gotta see.
That's pretty
You
damn
know what I
weird
mean?
that it right
You know what I mean?
right when we ask it to come out, it like starts bobbing violently. One more chance. Can you try really push it out so we can see it fully?
We're not going to be here much longer. Go ahead, you can bring it. Bring it out.
Show us the balloon, please. Will you do it if we turn the lights off? Maybe it'll be less scary. Come on. Yeah, come on, bring it all the way out here. Push it further. It's okay. Come on. You can keep the balloon. It's creepy with this light. Come on. You can push it. How creepy is that? Okay, we're going to leave to the other room. Do you want to follow us, or do you want to come out with the balloon? We're coming. Look at it, it's backing away. That's trippy. Look at these balloons are all on the ground. Look at all of them are on the ground. Look at on the ground, on the ground, on the ground, on the ground. That's like the only one. These were the ones that we set up, guys. Released them all. Yeah, right? Blew them all up at the same time. And we tried to see if these would come out in the hallway. And not only did they not, but they're all just still laying on the ground. This one wants to hang in there, and now it's coming out, Colin. You trying to come in here? Oh, did you hear that? Yeah, yes. Look at it. It's retreating. Alright, what the hell? Wow, we just over a balloon, but it's like... That's cool though. That's cool.
Hey everybody, it's Colin here. Thank you for watching today's video. Hello to all the new subscribers and hello to the rest of our beautiful, wonderful, spooky family. As you know, every single week here on the channel, we give away a free gift bag to one lucky viewer of the show. And this week, to enter the contest, all you have to do is like today's video, let's smash that like button, and comment Murder House in the comment section below. I'm going to give y'all 10 seconds to do this now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So go comment. You can comment multiple times. It helps the video so much. But anyways, let's get back to today's video. Thank you for listening to my little spiel. I love you guys so much, and stay spooky.
All right, guys. So we are back in the area where that murder and self-unaliving took place back in 1903. We found the blood stains, what we believe to be the blood stains, I should say, over there in that corner and back here behind this camera. And tonight, Papa Spooks is going to go under to do the Estes method. Now he's wearing the Gansfield goggles.
Oh, that's loud. Okay, sorry.
So that's just another thing that you can do to make the Estes a little more intense.
Keep my eyes open and...
Let's go for it, man.
Okay, here we go. A second.
All right, to whoever's here, can you please try to tell me your name? Because we've talked to a few different people tonight. Who are you?
It's me.
There's a noise. Who are you?
You know what? I'm in the foyer.
Who's in the foyer?
There's been damage. Who's the person sitting there?
Dude, what the f? My name's Colin.
He was not.
And this is Jeff.
This is the first time.
Oh, dude, there's like knocking and footsteps out there. Okay, I'm gonna try to stay calm. Come into the room, please.
Bad dreams.
What's your name?
I'm here.
That's great. Is this John?
It's been 26 years, or I'm 26 years.
What do you mean by that?
I'm beside you.
Where? Show me where.
Does it feel different? Is it colder?
It is actually. I'm hearing some weird noises over there. John, I've been asking you all night, why did you kill your wife?
Forget about it.
No, really, why did you kill her? I want to know what went through your head when you decided to end Jenny.
She's dead.
I know, she's been dead over 120 years. Do you remember how she died?
Why are you preaching?
I'm not, I'm just asking you some questions.
Ugh.
Do you remember how Jenny died? Dude, there's like heavy footsteps and you can feel it on the floor. They just walked up. How did she die, John? This is important.
It really doesn't matter.
That's not true, it does.
She's cold.
Is Jenny here in this room?
I'm here. All you do is bully her. That was some bad language.
What do you mean by that? You bully her? Dude, there's footsteps. This is so creepy. John.
She's not calm.
Jenny, can you come forward and speak with us? I want to know what we can do to help you out. What can we do, Jenny?
I shot her one time.
You shot her twice, John. It wasn't just once.
No.
Yeah.
She wanted to go.
I don't think she did. I want to ask. So,
She had a knife.
That's weird. So, if you look in a mirror right now.
I think I'd remember.
So, Jenny, you're saying had a knife? I'm not going to let you blame this on somebody else, though. You were abusive and violent. And that was a horrible thing that you did, John.
I killed her.
I know you did.
I whacked her.
I'm glad that now you're finally starting to remember that.
What are you talking about? They were just games.
No, they weren't. You killed your wife, then you unalived yourself. And
We were fighting.
Yeah, what were you guys fighting about on that day?
Oh man.
Footsteps again.
God was calling me.
God told you to kill your wife?
I shot the farm?
Dude, there's someone walking around right now.
I shot her arm.
That's true. Dude, there's somebody back there.
Ooh, I heard a female's like gasping. Like she was suffocating.
Jenny, how can we help you?
There's more here.
More spirits? There are more people in this building?
Over 7. But it's a real deep man's voice. Over 7.
We had Carmilla.
Oh, had a really young voice.
Carmilla. We had another guy, I can't remember his name. John, Jenny, Chris.
If I can kill,
You can't kill anybody.
pure evil.
Man, this is a very creepy Estes. It is pure evil what you did, John. Jenny, I want to reach to you.
They're acting.
I swear I just heard a voice.
She's a spook.
How can we help you, Jenny?
Send her letters.
It smells different. What do you want?
Never came back. I could kill her again.
John, get out of here for a second so I can talk to Jenny. Jenny, it would help if someone sent you a
Out
letter.
of there.
Oh, dude, it's getting cold all on me right now. Who just came in here? Can you tell me their name or what they are?
Oh, I heard Jenny. Jenny.
Jenny, how are you? How do you feel?
Oh, there's a lot of voices here.
How do you feel tonight, Jenny?
We weren't close.
Really? I mean, I know that you wanted to end everything.
Oh, a woman's voice. Wait a second. Ray can help you. Ray.
Who's Ray, Jenny?
He helps with God.
Was he a priest or a preacher?
A hunter with my father.
Ray hunted with your
And
father?
a woman's just laughing. Ha 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 ha. Like happy.
Well, that's good that you have some positive energy. So Ray was a friend of your father's?
It was my decision to follow.
Yeah, but I know you know this, but you didn't deserve that, Jenny. What else do you want us to know before we leave?
I'm getting married.
Who are you?
A woman's voice.
Who are you getting married to?
Women's voice is laughing like they're happy. She's happy.
That's good, Jenny. That's really good to hear.
For sure.
Why are you guys still here? I really always have that question. This happened over 100 years ago. Why are you still here in this building?
Time of harvest we come.
You come back specific times of the year?
This is my world.
I know, but it's very different than it was now. It's very different now than it was back then. Guys, this is creepy.
Like a little kid. Am I gonna get a bicycle?
I feel somebody in here. Is the little kid Chris?
I thought a long time about leaving.
Well, you can leave right now, whoever you are. Well, I guess I don't really know.
I used to chase it.
Why are you still here?
My kids. We have Midwest values.
You miss your kids? God, it's cold. Is there anything else?
He sees me. There's two of them.
It seems like we've been trying to help, but it seems like people here are just stuck on a loop. Can you even hear what I'm asking you? Can you respond to it?
They're all hungry. It's our destination.
We're going to be done asking questions. Is there anything else anybody would like to say to us here?
That would be follow God. From 9 to noon.
All right.
There's no better.
Man, it's creepy in here.
Oh man.
How do you feel about that?
Nothing made sense to me whatsoever.
The entire thing made perfect sense.
Did it really?
Yeah. It was
I mean, I
fucking
couldn't.
creepy.
I was like, I don't even know what I was.
At one point, I seriously swear to God, I heard like this.
Really? Here?
Yeah, come up to me, and I was like,
On this floor?
yeah, I'm like,
I
What
got
is that?
like cold.
I know.
I felt like cold.
What's really f***ing creepy is I look back, and that balloon over there.
Oh
it
shit.
was going like this.
Really?
Like moving really strong, and then it stopped.
Dude, it's all the way out in the hall now.
I know. You see how it's still though? What can we do, Jenny?
I shot her one time.
What can we do, Jenny? I shot her one time. What can we do, Jenny? I shot her one time.
It was
Oh,
really
yeah.
going like this when I looked over.
Really?
And then it stopped, and I'm like,
Wow.
oh my god.
Yeah, I
And
don't.
then tons of noises.
I do remember Jenny coming, the name Jenny, and that was pretty clear.
Yeah,
And I had a woman's voice quite often on here.
Seems like they're stuck in like a
I
time
remember,
loop.
I remember laughing as well. Her laughing, like happy laughs, just kind of giggling. And then there's a kid. I do remember that as well. Like I didn't say it a lot of times, but like I remember like a giggling like a small kid. But it didn't make like anything that made sense to me.
You're gonna see that, and I think you're gonna be shocked.
Really, that much?
Yeah, it was really creepy.
It's just hard to believe.
I was like sitting here
Oh,
like really uncomfortable.
damn. Oh my gosh.
But
That's really loud.
yeah, folks, we're gonna call it a night.
Crazy.
Thank you guys
Thank
to
you.
everybody who came out.
Wow.
At the end of the day, I'd been waiting to investigate the Stark Saloon for a year now, and the place definitely did not disappoint. Inside of that building, you can feel the history. You can feel the darkness. You can feel the blood that once stained its floor and walls. And let me tell you, in my opinion, that building is incredibly haunted. And it's different. It seems to be an active haunting. And I don't know what's causing it. Could it be the spirits of the murder victim and her killer walking the very halls in which they died? Could it be the spirits of other tortured souls who were drawn to the saloon after they died? I don't really know. Those aren't questions that I have the answers to. But I can tell you that I enjoyed every single second that I was inside of that building. And the place definitely has more stories to tell. Anyways, y'all, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I will see y'all next week, and stay spooky.